But how did you feel like fighting itself kind of played into role into like business wise too as well? Like, did you feel like it maybe made you have more courage or to like do business deals, take more risk, or like what was that kind of like for you? Because getting into like fighting itself, obviously you have to have a lot of courage, a lot of balls. It's like, how do you feel like that went into business wise and translate over?
Anyone who's ever stepped in the ring, doesn't matter what persona they put on, you are petrified. Your ability to not let your opponent see that you do have doubt in yourself. There's a difference between confidence and just being intelligent. You're literally standing across, and this is not in like a professional UFC setting. They are training every day to end this fight. If you pretend like that doesn't bother you, their job, you can be friends outside the ring, but in that ring, their job, you're trying to make each other unconscious, and that comes with repercussions. Once you've done that, business is easy. I'm not saying get in the ring. I'm definitely not advocating for physical violence, but knowing what that feels like, the pressure of knowing that the other person across the ring or across a boardroom, they're only in it for their personal gain. They don't give a shit if you win. That prepared me for any type. I used to do business in Japan. That's where I started. I was always very respectful in business. You know, like my temper never flared there. There was no reason to, because the Japanese do very, very, I will call it ethical business. You know what I mean? If they shake hands, that's it. It's done. It's more of a nod. When it came to doing power plays in my late 20s, early 30s, it mimicked fighting immensely. There's a lot of posturing in business. There's a lot of research that you have to do on your opponents. Not because you want to beat them into a pulp, because you want to come preloaded with your best offer, your best person, your best business contract, whatever you want to call it. It's exactly the same. You have to prepare for a business meeting. You can't just walk in and be like, well, we'll discuss whatever comes up. No, there's 50 million on the line with this. Could be tens of thousands of people that will benefit job-wise. You have to be regimented in going into a business meeting as well. And this is, okay, I'm going to completely go on a separate tangent. I don't think we've ever had a guest on that makes me, you're not making me, encourages me to discuss how all my life interactions. Now, you're the first person to do this. Now I'm sitting here thinking, fuck, why didn't I do this before? So but I'm going to be a better person leaving here remembering how I felt 20 years ago. Why was I doing what I'm doing? Because you get away from that. As you learn more, you kind of leave a little bit of your history behind, which you might sometimes, maybe I don't appreciate what I've been through. And a lot of people say you should acknowledge your accomplishments. To me, my accomplishment just means something I should be able to outdo next time. So you forget that you did actually, well, what you did back then looks easy now. It wasn't easy when you were doing it. Once you finish something, you know exactly how to do it. You can do it better next time. So you kind of negate the effort that you put in. But yeah, sometimes maybe I should look back and be like, okay, you did a few things right. Because I only remember what I did wrong and try and help people not do that.
Yeah, you definitely put a lot of effort into getting to the fight, all those jabs like you're mentioning, all that build up to it, learning how to control your emotions better. It's a lot of work you put in over there, and definitely looks like it's translated over, like you mentioned. Even like nothing really kind of almost like scares you anymore, because once you go in that ring, like they're trying to take you out. So after that, business is easy. Yeah. It's pretty crazy how like those perceptions of like, okay, well, if I did this, now business is much easier because this guy's not trying to take my life in front of me.
Yeah, and that while business can be cutthroat, it's not the same as someone coming at you with everything that they've trained to do. Business can still be done respectfully, much like fighting can. And when you have the right opponents, you're both better when you leave. Whether it's the boardroom or the ring, or if you did a business on a yacht, it doesn't matter. It's always the right table, because you know the moment you sit down if that deal is going to be done. You know the moment you clinch with the other person if you trained enough. You know really fucking fast. This isn't something you find out after minutes or hours. You know the moment you engage in either one if you were prepared enough. And like you said, I don't want to be second. Second isn't a placing for me. Second is what participation awards start at. And getting a second or a third, it just burns you up inside. So the next time you're like, no, I'm taking this. I will break myself down and rebuild myself with the help of others to figure out what I can do. And yeah, I've had to do that a few times over my life. Put that ego aside, like we said. But more about you.